Alright guys, welcome into another 164 custom diecast workshop video. Just giving you a little view of my table here and my workspace. Got a few things I want to share with you guys today in this video. Hope you had a good Thanksgiving. Hope you had some good time with some family and some friends. We enjoyed kind of a quiet Thanksgiving with my mother-in-law and my wife and daughters, of course, and deep fried a turkey and had some crock pot beef going and pumpkin pie, of course, apple pie we had. It was good. It was good. It was nice and relatively quiet. Watched some soccer, some World Cup soccer, and looking forward to the United States playing today against England. Watched some football, of course. Played some Uno. It's a game that we play with our kids, and just enjoyed that. All right, so I've got some decals in the water here. I've got my hands washed with soap and water. I actually did it twice this morning. My hands are just feeling a little oily, and just want to make sure that I get any and all that stuff off as much as possible. Alright, so let's get this guy on here. Silk Ink Decals, Pitbull, Ross Chastain. William, you can confirm. I think you said you wanted this. If not, let me know. But I used the Color Shot little black dress. It's got a little metallic color to it on this one. So as I'm doing this, Circle B Diecast, guys. Circle B Diecast. It's Black Friday, so happy Black Friday. Circle B Diecast is a great place to pick up your cars. If you're a custom diecast maker, this is like Christmas. They do it once a year, and they have all of their cars on sale. Of course, I'm looking at their 164s. I shouldn't say all of their cars. I would imagine that they may have some that aren't on sale. But I bought some yesterday, and then I get on this morning, and they had a few of them that were even cheaper this morning, and I'm like, oh man. But yeah, they have, if you're looking for 164 diecast, they have some that are $3.50. $3.50. You know, these are some of the older ones, maybe, 2015, 2016. 2014, 2013, kind of back that time frame. But if you're looking for some customs or some donor cars to make some customs, it's a great place to go today. And then they have a lot of them that are on sale that are $4.50 a piece. Even the next gen cars, guys. Even the next gen cars, $4.50. And then if you're looking for diecast chassis, normally $15 a car, they're on sale for $8.50. A diecast chassis, guys, for the price of a regular Gold Series car. $8.50 for a diecast chassis, guys. Today is the day. Yeah, I spent a little bit more than I wanted to yesterday, but I went through my inventory. I was going through, all the ones I have, the decals that I have, and circling the ones I was looking to buy, right? I always need to use the next gen cars. I need some Fords from 2021, 2020, maybe Blaney's. Always need trucks. Supras, always need Supras. But unfortunately they didn't have any. I got some Camrys from 2015, 2016, some Clinton Boyer ones, some nationwide cars. Yeah, so that was my shopping list yesterday when I did inventory early yesterday morning. Yeah. It's one thing that I've learned in this hobby. I shouldn't say learned, but this one thing that I do in this hobby is I just try to jump on opportunities. Try to jump on opportunities to pick up stock. You know, I showed you a few videos ago. I had bought some, 90 some cases of those clear M2 display cases. Is just jumping on an opportunity that they were on sale, or at least they were at a really good price point, and picked them up. And so, it was one of those things where if you can buy in bulk, you can really save some money. And if you just search around, look around, have that kind of eye for deals and be able to strike when you find it. Yeah, I remember one time I was shopping on eBay, and this was maybe, I don't know, 6-8 months ago, and I was looking for those M2 cases, and it was an auction. It wasn't a buy it now auction; it was actually an auction on eBay for cases, and I think it was maybe like 40 cases. And again, I'm trying to get those cases for less than $2 a case. And the auction was only up to like, $20. And I'm thinking, ooh, okay. So I bid I think with shipping, I bid like $40, which would have been $1 a case. Well, lo and behold, I didn't bid enough. And I got outbid. I was like the second bidder. So somebody got it for, $41. And I was thinking back, I was like, you know what, you dummy, you should have bid more. Because that would have, you're trying to get a really good deal, but, just a little bit of a missed opportunity there. I was trying to go a little too cheap. But, yeah, just keep an eye out for things. Like that paint stripper. I got that paint stripper at Walmart for $11, that one can, and then I got another can. I went back later because they still had more, and I bought it. I went back like a week later, and they still had it. It was $5 a can, so I bought another can. So I've been using that paint stripper for the last 3 years. Dread the day when that runs out. I might have to pay full price, but if I do, I do. But yeah, so it's good just to look for those opportunities. And today, Circle B they don't get much better than that. I think there's some free shipping codes too on top of it. So, good night. Yeah, I think you got to create an account. It's kind of a hassle, but I like those websites where you can just go and you don't have to sign in or anything. You just pay with PayPal and you're on your way. But Circle B's not like that. At least I haven't seen that. Maybe you can, I don't know, but all right. I see a little crack, a little split right there. I got my heater going. It's nice and warm down here this morning, so just gotta watch that. Be careful. You don't want to crack it and break it and expose anything there. You want to try to keep it together. Handle it gently. So you can see how I cut these out, right along the edge. Little slits in here because I think that W folds in a little bit. So Alright, I have been treading some very dangerous waters the last couple days as I have tried to paint some of the chrome because I was testing some things out. Alright, so let me show you a few things here. So this is the apple red. This is the colored chrome. And then this is not the best. So what I did, I had painted this, and the way that I paint the colored chrome, and just so we're on the same page here, this is the colored chrome I'm talking about. Red chrome, Rust-Oleum, really good paint, really smelly paint. Yeah, that's why I have. That's why I've got like 3 candles going on over there. Trying to dissipate the smells. Anyways, what I did was I painted this after buffing it down to the bare metal, wire brushing it and using the steel wool on it. 2 coats of the red chrome, but it's still a little. It's just not. It's almost like a red copper finish almost. It's not really a good red. So I decided to try this. And what I did was I painted it a base coat of the apple red, 2 coats of sealer, and then 1 coat of the red chrome. Just to see how it would turn out. Got a little splitting, which is bothersome. I might be able to hide it. But this seems to be a little bit of a better finish, a chrome finish, than just doing it straight over the bare metal. You see that? You see it's got more, because I did it over the apple red, it's got more of a red finish to it. I think I may do that in the future. The only problem is it gets, if you don't get a couple really good coats of the clear sealer on it, it'll splinter on you. See how it's kind of splitting on me a little bit? The paint is kind of eating through, and yeah, did a little bit here on this corner, a little bit there. The spoiler is really bad. See that? So whenever you try to paint over top of paint, it can do that if you don't have a good barrier in there. So I also tried to do it with the blue. So this is the blue chrome. I tried to do it there, and what I did was I used a blue satin Oasis blue finish first coat, and then I tried to put a coat of the colored chrome over top of it again after 2 coats of the sealer, and it looks a lot better. It's just hard to not get it to curl a little bit, splinter a little bit. See that on the hood there, just a little bit. But I think all in all, the finish is a lot nicer. It's definitely more blue. What I was doing, and I'm not sure, I may start over, but what I was doing was messing around. I got these Budweiser decals. I was going to put it over a colored blue finish, just messing around. I don't know, we'll see. I'm just kind of, like I said, just kind of messing around, painting and just seeing what works, what doesn't work. But some of the fun with this hobby. And then I was going to try this. So I'm making another 2021 Kurt Busch Monster, and I'm going to decal it before I reassemble it, and then I'm going to seal it, and then I'm going to gloss, or not gloss, I'm going to dull coat it, and then I'm going to reassemble it with all of the internal pieces, the windows and stuff, and just see if that's a little bit of an easier process. Obviously I'll have less opportunity to get the dull coat on the windows, which is the problem that I run into. It's really a pain going around there. So I'll try it that way and just see what happens there. Yeah, Isaac, I'm working your cars. Probably take a little bit longer than you'd like, but I've got those getting ready to reassemble. I'm going to do some JB Weld work today on that. I did want to show you, William, we had talked and we'd mentioned about reassembling trucks. So what's going on here? All right, so I've got this Kurt Busch truck, and nothing really too difficult about the plastic pieces. I've detailed the interior a little bit and starting to work the underneath, and so that's all back together. So that's pretty self-explanatory. Nothing too difficult there. But where you run into some problems with these trucks are getting the plastic pieces here, the window in, and the dash and steering wheel, but then these little triangle support bars that go on the bed up to the back window. So my practice has been to do just what you see here. Get this window in, the back window in, and then get this piece in, and that was done a couple days ago actually. Now I need to put these pieces in, and let me show you what I do here. This is actually kind of tricky, to be honest with you. So when you pull them out, they inevitably have these, see that kind of crap just extended off of there? It's part of what was underneath there before. So I trim those down. I try to get this stuff off to where it's nice and smooth, and it'll go back in there. So I use my X-Acto knife, trim it up, all four sides, getting some of that excess off. So it'll go in there nice and smooth, so to say. And you got to do both of them. Okay. I think, yeah, there's a little bit on this side. I'm not sure exactly how they put them in. I think they may be so long, right? And they put them in and then they maybe melt them or something. They have something that touches them that kind of melts them, and that flattens them out and holds them in place. I don't know what their manufacturing process is, but my X-Acto knife is not the sharpest. I use it for so many things. Probably should change the blade here. Okay. So the idea is you're just kind of straightening them out so that they fit within the little holes that are there. And there is one that it kind of the way that the design is kind of flares to one side, and then the other one flares to the other side. So there is a left and a right there. All right, so this is going to be on the left side, and I kind of just drop it in and push it into place. You want to push it down and get it to where it snaps into the back window. That's why I like to have the back window in place to begin with, because if it's not, and if it's not, you know, solidly in place, dried and in place, it'll slide up and down when you're putting these in. So it's kind of a two-stage process. It takes a little bit longer, you know. I mean, you can do it all at once if you're good at it, right? You can hold that in place and get this going, but inevitably I find myself doing it this way now. So that sits in there good. And then here's this side. Okay. Alright, so they're sitting there, right? And they're in place. And now I just need to glue them. And I've done this in the past. You can see there's just a little bit sticking through. What I've done in the past is that if I use my glue, which I can, right? Let's do one way and one the other. So I got my glue. This is my clear cement glue. And I'm just gonna, you know, put a little bit around, just like that. Now I don't want to store it upside down. I want to store it like this, because one time I think I showed you guys I did that, and when I left it upside down, which is what I normally do, right? So the glue can set into it. That's what I do with the window and the dash. But inevitably the glue kind of came up and it spread across the bed and made it really look bad. I had to go back and paint over top of it. It was a mess. So I glue it and then leave it like that. The other way that I've been doing it, so the other way is I use some of this, right? So Billy Ray said, hey, this is the stuff. This is good stuff, and it is. I don't use it as a replacement for my JB Weld, but it's super sticky stuff, and it's definitely got its purposes, and I think this is a good one. So what I like about it is it's not so thin. It's got some body to it, and so I can put it on like that, and it's not going to run or, you know, go anywhere. It's just going to dry hard. And so yeah, then if I wanted to store it upside down or let it sit upside down, I'll put some over top of this. That is one of the ways to get these in place. And then I'll be honest, once this all dries and I go to put it all back together again, I will inevitably, you know, put the JB Weld on these posts, and then sometimes I'll just put a little bit more here and here and on here, just a little bit, to make sure that nothing is going to move at any point in the process. So looks like I got this little bit of this stretching all over the place here. It is kind of stringy. But yeah, that is how you can put these trucks back together. That helps to you, William. it's a little bit of a hassle. That's a little bit of a hassle when it bubbles up like that. All right, so let's get this on, and then we'll close out the video with a verse. So thankful for you guys. Thankful for your interaction. I think that's the most fun I have, interacting with you guys and talking about this great fun hobby and just the cool paint schemes that we run into. I'm thankful for this platform, right? I've had my issues with YouTube, but it's great to have a platform like this to share my hobby and interact with people across the globe. It's cool. All right, you saw how that like folded over on itself. A pain in the butt. Just got to be super careful. Let me get some microsol on this thing. All right, I paused the camera for a second and didn't start it right away, so sorry about that. But yeah, got some microsol on here and working this here. You can see how that W kind of folds in there. Get a little fold up here in the wheel well. So we're going to multitask this last minute, okay? Because I see I'm running out of time. The verse for today, this video, verse 28, the abiding promise, John 15:7. Jesus says, "If ye abide in me, and my words abide in you, ye shall ask what you will, and it shall be done unto you." So Jesus was always encouraging people to pray. And we need to abide in Christ, and that abiding is that continuing, that remaining in Christ and His words, His teachings. We do that. That is going to help us in our requests, our petitions to God. So, hope you guys are abiding in Christ and considering Him. God bless you. Hope you have a wonderful Black Friday.